Hey, what's up, everybody? It's your boy Gabe Trackgabe. Saturday, October 26th. We're going to go over this whole card. Let's start. Let's do it now. All right, first race. I like the number 3, We the Hobby. Carmona's the jockey, and he's doing real good. He's a real good apprentice. But let me tell you, Peter Miller, second time out, 22%. Usually gives his horses a race first time out. This time, he's going to be a nice price, 10-1. He got bet in the debut. Won't get bet as much today, I don't think. Showed speed, looks good. I'm excited to get this price horse to start the day. That's number 3, We the Hobby. Race 2. I'm going to go with the number 4, Clamp It, and let me tell you why. This horse is claimed and now is protected. That's an angle I've always liked. Mark Glatt's a KG trainer. And let me tell you, this field is filled with horses who have questionable form right now. Clampett looks like he's doing real good. He's in peak form, and I'm expecting Clampett to run a big race. This is a tricky race, though. Any of the 5 could win, even the number 3, Rivoli, with my friend Lee Biraccio. But I think this is Clampett's race to lose. He's the now horse. Let's go. Race 3. Now, this is a race I have no strong opinion on. I think you probably got to go with the 2 chalk horses in here, the 3 or the 4. Those are the horses that obviously stand out. The 1 horse with the hot Tiago Pereira could obviously win. And the number 7, Less is More. The race is between those 4 horses for sure. I just don't know which one exactly is going to win. So, race 3, not one of my favorite races of the day, but nonetheless, we move on. Race 4. I think this is an easy race between number 4 and number 5. I don't want to even get into this race. 4 and 5 will probably have 7 lengths in front of the rest of the field. If you're betting pick 4s, pick 5s, so forth. 4 and 5, that's all you need. Move on. Race number 5. I really like the number 1 horse, Middleburg, and let me explain why. This is the only speed in the race. There's absolutely not a drop of speed in this race. Middleburg will be alone on the lead. We'll have a similar situation to what happened with I Am Joker, who I loved yesterday, winning with J.J. Hernandez in a route turf race where there's only 1 speed horse. This horse should have a clear lead. This horse has been knocking on the door for a win, finds a suspect field, and is the only speed. Bob Baffert's going to get this win on the turf. Number 1, Middleburg, great post too. I love the number 1 post here. That makes me give this horse an extra length and a half, which he didn't even need anyway. I'm expecting Middleburg to win race 5. I love it. Race 6, another race where I love a horse, and that's the number 2, For All Mankind. I think this horse is ready to roll. I think this horse is going to route really good. I know it's a mile and a 16th, and I know this horse has been sprinting, but I think this horse is ready to roll. I think Sadler's sitting on something big here, and I think number 3, Ultra Power, could be sitting on a bounce. I know the horse has had time between races, but still, that was a big effort, running the fastest mile on the dirt of the whole meet, running 135. But let me tell you, I think For All Mankind is just as good as Ultra Power. And I think today might be the day where All Mankind could beat Ultra Power. Not a fan of Imagination, the number 6 horse. I don't suggest doing the other Baffert just this yet, even though Martin Garcia's on it. I think the race is between 2 and 3, and I really like For All Mankind with Umberto Rispoli. Race 7 was we getting through this card. This is a tricky race. I think there's a few horses that could win it, but I do like Stay Hot. Stay Hot's a really nice horse. Absolutely one of my favorite horses on the grounds. This horse always looks good in the paddock. This horse always brings its grace. This horse always tries hard, and this is one I really like a lot. Now, let me tell you, I think the number 1 horse, Italian, with wonderful Hector Barrios, that horse could win too. I'll definitely be doing a 4-1 exacta box. And you got to wonder about the number 2, Curlin's Chaos, who's got some back class in Diego Herrera. I'd love to know what their tactics are, but that might be another horse you want to use in an exacta box as well. Winstock is an interesting horse. I don't know why Baffert's got him in all races, this kind of race. Very cagey move by Baffert putting the 3 in this race. And then you got the 5 and the 6 and the 7 who got small chances, but I really think the 4 and the 1 are the horses that really figure in here, especially in the number 4, Stay Hot, who has been staying hot. Race 8. Now, let me tell you, I think a long shot in here's got a big shot, and that's number 4, Big Chiozola, as Trevor Denman calls the Big Cheesecake. The number 4, Big Chiozola, will be on the lead in here if Tyler Bays doesn't mess that up. And considering this horse is on the lead, you always know speed is dangerous at Santa Anita. So, with that being said, we're going to get a nice price on a horse who's going to have the lead to the end of the stretch. If he could hold on, that would be great. I think we got some money to be made. Win, play, show on the Big Chiozola. I don't think we're going to be getting 10-1, probably more like 5-1. And this is a good horse to put in your pick 3s, pick 4s, and so forth. That way you could get paid. There's some other contenders in here. The 6 is interesting with Emily Ellingwood. They're throwing her a bone, and she could win this race if she doesn't mess it up. Now, the number 8, Jarama, is the obvious contender in here. And I think this horse will definitely be there. I'm not sure if Jarama will win, but Jarama should definitely be right there. I like Kimura on favorites. I think he rides favorites really good. Then you got to worry about the number 2, Osiak, also, because George Papadromo can't lose a race. His horses have been running great. But nonetheless, the Big Chiozola, Big Cheesecake. I like this horse. 10-1 morning line. More money to be made. And here we go with race 9. I think, Special Flower is probably my top pick in here. The number 7, Special Flower. I know this horse just broke its maiden, but it was an impressive time. And I think this horse is on the improve. Clockers think this horse looks really good and looks the part. But I really think Special Flower's on the improve. I like Antonio Frizu on it. He's a smart, aggressive jockey. I really think number 7, Special Flower's got a big shot in here. I also think the number 3, Annie's Joy, is an interesting sort coming from, been running against more, how can I say it, battle-tested horses. And I think Annie's Joy, because a couple of the contenders in here are 3-year-olds, like the number 5, Shamrock, and the number 6, Shindal, and the number 8, Blue Oasis, and the number 9, the favorite. So with that being said, Annie's Joy has been running against some, battle-tested horses, and she might find this field easier to beat. And I think Annie's Joy is going to get a nice trip. Mike Smith's been given very good rides on the turf here, especially 6.5. So I think this 3-horse, Annie's Joy's got a big shot as well. Shamrockin' is another horse who's ran big races down the hill. So you got to consider this horse as well. And Tiago's riding real good right now. Shamrockin's a good value bet. And then the number 9, Angan Ash, is the obvious contender as well. 3, 5, 7, 9 are 4 horses I like in here. And that's how I think that race will unfold. And then we got the last race. And let me tell you, I'm not a big fan of this last race, race number 10. I have no strong opinion in this race. This is one of those races where I'm going to see how the day is going, see how the biases are coming along, and then move from there. If anything, you might want to key the 5, Spiligato, 2-1 morning line, only because this is one of those races where you either single somebody or you go all or you go 5, 6 deep. And I don't know if I want to go all 5, 6 deep, especially on pick 4s, pick 5s and stuff. But the 5 is the obvious contender, but that doesn't mean he's going to win. This is one of those races where I'll be in the paddock looking at him, looking at the odds, looking at the will pays, and seeing if they gives me any clues. All right. Well, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next week. Breeders' Cup's coming next week. Don't forget.